next problem. Now, until now we had odd numbers or odd number of years being given to us, where we assumed x, the central value being 0, and rest of the value above will be minus and below will be plus, correct? So that was what we were doing until now. Now if at all they give us even number of years, okay, in such scenario how do we solve the problem? Let us understand that. Now first, fit a straight line by the method of least squares from the data given below and the trend values, and predict the sales for the year 2008. Also show the trend values on a graph sheet. Fine. So firstly, the data given to us are from 1998 till 2005. So please calculate or please check how many year data is given to us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have given us 8 years data, and 8 is a even number. Now in even numbers, you would not be able to identify the middle or the center number. To mark it as 0, and then mark the above numbers to be -1, -2, and the below numbers to be +1 and +2. This cannot be applied in this problem. So how do we solve the problem then? Let us understand. Now apart from fitting or putting the straight line here, we are supposed to also predict the sales for the year 2008. Okay, we are supposed to predict the sales for the year 2008. Okay, so now what are we supposed to do is we will check here in the solution. As usual, we will be first computing the trend values. Okay, as usual we will be computing the trend values, starting with copying down the year and then the y from the question, and then y from the question. Now after copying down y from the question, now let us come to assumption of x. Now in assumption of x, since we have 8 years, that is a even number, so first 4 years and the next 4 years we can club, or we can divide them into first 4 years and the next 4 years. So we will start with -1 at the end of 4th year. We will start with -1, and the next year will be -3. We are not using the even numbers, we are using the odd numbers here. So -1, -3, -5, -7 for the first 4 years, and then for the next 4 years 1, 3, 5, 7. Did you all understand this assumption part? If you have if you have odd number of years given here, okay, then you will have 0, -1, -2, -3 and 1, 2, 3. Okay, this will be there if you have odd number of years. Okay, but if you have even number of years, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, if you have 8 years given, 6 years given, 4 years given, in that scenario we will divide them by 4s. Okay, 4, first 4 or first 6, like that. Okay, so we'll start from -1, -3, -5, -7. Here it will be +1, +3, +5 and +7. Any doubts in the assumption of x? Use the chat box to reply. Understood? Okay. Now let us continue. After this, all the other things will remain same. There is no change in any other calculation. The only change in the calculation will be x, the assumption of x, that is -1, -3, -5, -7 and 1, 3, 5 and 7. Apart from that, there is no other difference. So we will consider y, take the total of y, and then we will multiply x into y. Okay, when you multiply x into y, you will get -105, -90, -60 and -30. And then when it is positive, it will be 39, 120, 220 and 350. Now, while calculating the values here, plus and minus, be very careful. If not, what you can do is take the calculator, blindly go by whatever is there in the column. So start with minus 105, minus 105, minus 90, minus 60, minus 30, plus 39, plus 120, plus 220 and plus 350. Okay, if you directly go on and give the values like this in the calculator, it will give you the total of 444. So you can just write down that amount or that number at the end. So that will be your xy. Now coming to x square, square this column. 7 sevens are 49, 5 fives are 25, 3 threes are 9, 1 ones are 1. So even if you have minus, when you square them, you are supposed to multiply the number 2 times. So minus 7 into minus 7, minus into minus is plus, 7 sevens are 49. So you'll get plus 49 only. Same thing goes with minus 5. Minus 5 into minus 5 is plus 25. Then minus 3 into minus 3 is plus 9. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Then 1 ones are 1, 3 threes are 9, 5 fives are 25, 7 sevens are 49. Understood till x square? Any doubt until here? And then you total x square, you will get 168. Any doubt until x square? Okay. Now let us go on, move on further. Now coming to the trend line. Okay, coming to the trend line, the formula remains same. Yc is equal to, that is the trend line is equal to a plus bx. Fine. Now here, if you are supposed to understand, this sigma x will be 0. Right? So if you see 1357 plus and 1357 on the minus side will nullify the numbers. So you will just have sigma x is equal to 0. Okay, so you just write down, if sigma x is equal to 0, then sigma y by n. Now here n is 8. How did I get 8? We are calculating for 8 years. See, if you see 98, 99, 2001, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. We have 8 years here. So we are going to calculate it for 8 years, and that is why the value of n is 8. And the value of sigma y is 256. So 256 divided by 8 will give you 32 if you divide them. Then coming to B, sigma xy by sigma x square. So sigma xy, we got the value 444 divided by sigma x square will be 168. If you divide them, you get the B value 2.68. Sorry, 64. Then coming to fitting the straight line, we have trend line is equal to a plus bx. So a value is 32 and b value is 2.64x. Now let us take this equation and find the trend values from 1998 till 2005. Any doubts until here? Until fitting the straight line? Okay. Now, let us calculate the trend values for everything. Now, what was the trend that we had actually got? We had got 32 plus 2.64x. So that 32 plus 2.64x we have written here. And then in the place of x, you will have this column being covered. Okay, so this column is covered in the place of x. So 32 plus 2.64 into minus 7, minus 5, minus 3, minus 1, 1, 3, 5 and 7. Okay, so this is how you add, or sorry, this is how you calculate the trend values. Now 32 plus 2.64 into minus 7 will give you 13.52. Then you'll get 18.8. Then you'll get 24.08, 29.36, 34.64, 39.92, 45.2, and 50.48. Now, when you add them up, when you add all of these values, you get 256. Okay, you get 256 here. So we got the same value of sigma y for the trend value also. A little changes in the decimals. Sometimes you might get 255.78 or 256 point extra you might get. So please adjust that with the decimals and make sure you get 256. Only in the decimals you have to adjust. Please don't adjust the whole numbers. Okay, because decimals, if you have 6 or more than 5, you can round off to the previous decimal. Don't round off to the whole number. Now suppose you have 18.8, don't make it 9. Don't. Okay, but if you see here 24.08, if you round it off to the next decimal here, it will become 24.1. If at all required, you can do this, but don't round off the whole numbers. Let it be there, and we will check if at all the least and the worst case that you have to do, then only we can. But generally do not round off the numbers. Keep the decimals as it is. 1 to 2 decimal is enough. Don't go beyond 1 to 2 decimal. Okay, so we have understood how to find the trend value also. Now they have asked us to draw the graph. So let us draw the graph. Now coming to the graph here. Okay, so first we have the values given. So this light color, that is the light blue color, is the actual values of y. Okay, whatever y. Before that, let us see the scale. So scale is equal to x-axis is 1 centimeter 1 year. So that is this 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002 until 2005. We have 1 year. Then coming to y-axis, that is this side. Go back to the problem and check the y values. You have 15, 18, 20, 30, 39, 40, 44, 45. So starting is 15 and the highest number is 50. Correct? And even in your trend values also, starting is 13 and the highest is 50. So we can go by 5, the units of 5. You can go by the units of 2 also, but then the graph will be too long. So see that, adjust according to the numbers given in the question. So here if you start with 5, the numbers in the question starts from 13 or 15. So from 13, here from 13, this is 13, this is 13, 13, and then it goes on 18, 24, 29, 34, and so on. So this dark blue, the dark blue straight line, okay, that is your trend line. So if you see it again here, it is moving up. Okay, it is moving up and it is a upward trend. Since it is moving up, it is a upward trend. But if you see the y values, there is a little zigzag of y values. There is little deviation, or like we can say there is a little difference between the actual and the trend values. Okay, so this is your graph. This graph, what does it say? Every graph should compulsorily have an axis or the scale, and it should compulsorily have a heading. Okay, you have to define the axis, what is x-axis, what is y-axis, and also you should write the heading for the graph, because if you don't write heading for the graph, there is no meaning for the graph at all. So you have to write what does it actually talk about. So here it is showing the actual and the trend values of the sales that was given to us to calculate. Okay, understood the graph? Any doubt until here? Now, let us read the question once again and see what all we have solved and what is left out. Find a straight line by the method of least squares from the data given below. We have already done this. Yc is equal to a plus bx. We have already done that. Then trend values and predict the sales for year 2008. Okay, this we are supposed to do. This we are supposed to do. This is done. This is not done and we will do it now. Also show the trend values on graph sheet. Okay, we have completed the graph sheet. So what is remaining? We have to predict the sales for the year 2008. So, but when did this problem stop? What is the information given to us? They have given the information till 2005. Now we have to find the estimation for 2008. Now let us see how it will be done. Now if you see this question, 2005 is last, then it is 2006, 2007, and then 2008. Okay, now if I continue this x numbers, after 7 it will be 9, because I'm taking only odd numbers here. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, then it will be 11 for 2007, and then it will be 13 for 2008. So for 2008, the value of x is 13. Did you all understand how to find this? You have to find the x value to find the estimation. Okay. The year in the question has stopped at 2005 and we want to estimate for 2008. So we continue the numbers 2005. For that the value is 7. Then we will go with 9. For 2007 is 11 and then it is 13. So for 2008 my x value is 13. Okay. Now let us estimate for 2008. Now for 2008, x value is 13. I hope you all understood how to find the x value here. Okay, so yc, that is the trend value, is equal to, the same equation will come down here, 32 plus 2.64x. Okay, now for in the place of x, we are gonna substitute this 13. So 32 plus 2.64 into 13 is nothing but 66.34. So the estimation for the year 2008 is 66.32, but let us check what is the unit that we have. It is sales in rupees. Might be it is 15 crores or something. So 66.32 rupees. Rupees 66.32 is the estimation for the next year. But what was the estimation asked? Okay, it was sales. Sorry, just correct this part. It is estimated sales for the year. Estimated sales for the year, which is going to be x is equal to 13 and we get 66.32 rupees. Any doubts in this problem? Everybody understood? Okay, then try solving this problem now. This is the next problem. It's very easy. You just have to fit a straight line trend to the following figures by method of least squares. Here if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 years is given to us. So when 6 years is given, you will start from here. This will be -1, -2, minus 3, that will be the x value, and here it will be plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. Okay, now try and solve this problem now. You'll have to solve and say me the answer immediately. You have 5 minutes to solve, so do it quickly. Okay. Did you all finish? Okay, Akila has sent the answer saying A is equal to 62.66. Okay, 66 or 67. And B is 1. Can you please check the B value? Yeah, let's do the checking part together. Now, what is the value that you got for sigma y? Everybody is getting 2.64? Okay, fine. We will check. What is the total that you got? 376? Then what is the value for x square? Summation of x square. Why 70? Sorry, 28. Guys, you're supposed to take the. Wait. How did you get? Oh, sorry. I think I only went wrong. So you'll be taking -1, -3, and -5. And nobody corrected that. Everybody blindly went through it. I told you when it is even numbers, we are supposed to take 1, 3, 5. And then if you take 1, 3, 5, how will you get 28? This will be 25 and this will be 9 and 1, 1, 9, 25. So you will get a different number. Check for sigma x square. Correct this. Nobody got that doubt. I told 1, 2, 3 and you also went with 1, 2, 3. Just after the problem that we understood. 70. Okay, Akila has got 70. How about others? What is the total of sigma x square? 70. Okay, now calculate A and B. Now before that, say me what will be your sigma xy? What will be your sigma xy? If your x is changed from before, I think you will have to recalculate xy. So please recalculate and say me what is sigma xy. -5 into 50, -3 into 60. No, Manu, not so much. Please check once again. $122. Yeah, 122 you will get. Rakshita, check somewhere some point has gone wrong. The total of sigma xy should be 122. Okay, now say me the value of A and B.